There we go. Anything else? Don't see anything, and I don't see any yellow on the map, so there's no hidden vehicle somewhere. So withdraw! Hello, Dubs!
Let's leave the area.
BTDubs in the house, etc., etc. Other nonsensical bollocks. They lost 70% of Germany. You don't just regain it just because you have supplies. You love that intro? What intro? BTDubs in the house? Most popular intro 2013. And we almost got 30,000 from that. And a bunch of garbage that's not actually useful. Development plan DD forward bridge beta. Which is also kind of irrelevant because we're nowhere near researching that, nor do I quite frankly care. But eventually that would be useful. If I could follow you and say that when you enter rooms. In real life or Twitch? Just you walk into a party in real life, I follow you in, BTDubs in the house. Everyone's like, what? What is going on? You go into the supermarket, follow you in there. Go to the register to buy stuff. BTDubs at the register. You don't go to parties. I haven't been to parties in ages. A party in ages. I usually go to, well not usually, but I used to go to a LAN party twice a year. That was on a Z campus. Parties, what are those? Other than that, though, it was basically that was basically it. You know, I'd go to small birthday parties, but that was basically it. Usually go Joe too, indeed. Prepare to leave port immediately. Usually go to. That makes much better sense. And then you can be a certain nationality that pronounces G's with a J sound, and then you have usually Joe too. My god. I don't actually know what nationalities pronounce G with a J sound. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know some people do, though. So we have to defend this base. It's not that bad. And we actually should have a ton of aircraft research now, so I'm tempted to build a carrier. It would be a terrible idea for this mission. Mission accomplished? Spanish does? I know J is an H sound, but I couldn't remember if G was a J sound. It's been so long since I've used Spanish. I don't really remember anything about it, really. Don't do it because you can't remember? Can't remember what? What are we not doing? Dancing? I like dancing. Let's dance. It's dance party time. Let's go ahead and turn the webcam on, do dance party. Okay. It would be irony if I knew what he was talking about when I said can't remember what. It's not that I'm not remembering what he's talking about, I just have no idea what he's talking about. Can't build a carrier. I can build a carrier if I research a carrier bridge, which we should have the money to do. And engine. Whoop. Did we not get all those planes? Were those planes 2 turns or 1? I can't remember actually. I thought they were 1. No, I guess they were 2. Yeah, they were all 2 turns. Well, in order to do this properly, we'd have to force those. We'd have to research engine and rotation for it. And we may as well get Carrier Boil 4. In fact, we may as well get all of them 4. Oops. So if we do that, that puts us to 10k, be 8k if we do those. It can already use these. So we don't need anything for that. It doesn't need Purge because that's in the structure. And I don't think they have aft bridges. I think they just have forward bridges. There they are. What's over here? Oh, battleships over there. Apparently you need the carrier bridge for a battleship bridge? That doesn't even make any sense. Either way, 16 radar, 3 sonar. Sonar is so bad. And they all have 99 purge, so when you're building a carrier, it doesn't matter. You will be able to purge all of it, doesn't really matter. 14,447. How far down can we go reasonably? Just to there. Not very far down. So that's 46, 16, 4. Oh, that one's quite a bit better. Now weighs much less as well. Germany carrier bridge. Why you so good? Let's get one of those. And that leaves us enough to fast research the aircraft. You can do one better, carriest. I'm not sure that's proper terminology. And bombers. Of course, the tricky part here is these early carriers can't hold all that many aircraft. We're actually going to do this one. We're just going to scrap it, restart. Onward! Dat German carrier bridge. Indeed. Why not research the whole? I swear I'd already researched that. Or did I just set it to research and I haven't actually finished it yet? Let's go find out. I just set it to research. There we go. Problem solved. That would have been a sad day if I didn't have the funds to finish that research. You really shouldn't rush research like this. It's a giant waste of funding, but, you know, whatever. It'll be alright. If we get stuck, I can just do a bunch of training missions later. Which we shouldn't because I'm playing it on easy, so we don't get stuck. Let's build US Carrier 1. Let us put a forward bridge on it. The German bridge, which apparently can only go on this side of the carrier. Let's put it at the front or the rear. Where do carriers normally have their bridges? I think they normally have them at the rear. Moonman's making terrible carrier jokes, by the way. So we'll put that there and we'll get our engine set up. It's going to be a very slow vessel. Just saying. They do put them at the rear? Alright. I meant to say combined, but whatever. It's usually easier just to do it combined, because it'll just automatically put them into a shape for you. I think we can fit 8 of these on here. We should be able to, because we don't need a whole lot of weight for anything else. That may be too many, we'll see. So we need some main guns. Just basically for personal protection at this point. So we'll have 4 main guns here along the side. That doesn't fit. Right there. There's our 4 main guns, and then we need a bunch of machine guns, and that is literally all you put on carriers, because it's really all you can fit on carriers. At least until you get missile launchers, and then you can put missile launchers all over the freaking place. The general idea here is that hopefully our planes will be able to actually handle enemy boats and stuff. It's highly unlikely that that's actually true, but who knows? By the way, when I said a lot of machine guns, I did actually mean a lot of machine guns. Hope? You had one job, Hope. Put one there. All of the machine guns in the world. And that's all we can fit. And I'm going to drop 2 of these off so I can put armor on it. Not much armor. About that much. 25 centimeters should be well enough. And then a bunch of systems haphazardly placed on here. Why is our sonar so much better than our radar? We don't need mine detection because we're a freaking aircraft carrier. To be honest, it would be a good idea to have mine protection on anything, but whatever. We don't need that crap. And before I forget, I actually need to put searchlights and catapults somewhere. Before I forget, we don't actually have catapults, do we? Nope. Gosh darned it, you people had one job. To remind me to build catapults, and we can't put any of those up there apparently. So let's remove a couple of these. Oops. No. That. There we go. You people had one job. To remind me to buy freaking catapults. And you failed. I think we still fit everything, but... And BTDubs is back in the house. I think we can fit everything except for that, and then just come back later. So we can have 10 aircraft. Design done! Isn't actually usable, whatever. I know I just bought searchlights. What does searchlights have anything to do with anything? Welcome to the aircraft carrier. It has guns that usually aren't on aircraft carriers, but whatever. Also has a lot of machine guns. It's joyous. We can't actually use it though. At least I don't think we can afford to do this, but because we don't have any launchers. Not that kind of launcher. Structure kind of launcher. Got any anti-sub? Nope. Catapults, that's what it is. I need more money. Ah, well. Next time. We don't need anti-submarine. Don't be silly. We really probably should actually have anti-submarine. Perhaps we'll get a couple anti-sub helicopters or something, who knows. And we still need to name it, we'll do that. Next time, when we actually finish building it. Hedgehogs? Where? I don't see any hedgehogs. I'm gonna title one of these videos just BTDubs is in the house, and no one's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Secondary
Next we'll go ahead and launch these.
Airborne units, attack!
Sink 3 enemy aircraft carriers. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea considering I don't like aircraft carriers. This boat has a really good radar, I've just noticed. 4 people will know, that's true. Well, there's actually, surprisingly, 13 people watching this, currently. Also, how to know the game is really old when you can see the edge of the weather effect. It just stops. It's a little square around me and it just stops after a while. These dudes have massive range. I can't even see them. Literally cannot even see them, and they're not even that far away from me. Apparently they're over there. There they are, yeah. Wasn't even looking the right way, that would explain it. So I'm assuming the aircraft carriers are going to be back in the back. It looks like they are. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Because I want to kill them so they stop launching aircraft, but I also need to stick near the port. Otherwise the port will just explode violently, which obviously isn't good for our completion.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship
What do you mean you didn't die from a freaking volley? Don't give me that crap. So I'm going to try to, as quickly as possible, get to at least one of these aircraft carriers. I just shot the ocean for no reason.
Enemy ship sunk.
Because that's a lot of planes that they're going to continuously launch for the rest of the time. The AI cheats for planes too. The AI has an unlimited number of a set type of plane, whereas the player has a set number of a set type of plane. That's seriously a lot of planes. Can you, for the love of God, stop launching planes? Where's it at? There it is. The Ark Royal needs to die. The other one's probably Ark Royal as well. It also needs to die. I'm being shot. Please cease and desist.
Enemy aircraft carrier sunk.
Yay! It said something other than enemy ship sunk. That's like an accomplishment in and of itself.
All aircraft destroyed.
Well, all my planes are dead. It's very dramatic music for no reason, really. Also, I'm being horribly murdered at the moment. Please stop murdering me. I am friends.
Enemy ship sunk.
Friends do not murder. TY.
Cancel engagement mode.
Have some torpedoes.
Enemy ship sunk.
Did they bomb my planes? No, they probably had interceptors or fighters shoot them down. That's another... There's 2 carriers in these fleets, so there's 4 carriers.
Enemy aircraft carrier.
I don't think you're supposed to blow up the torpedo
Secondary
in the
objective
tube.
added. Enemy
Really?
reinforcements spotted. Enemy ship sunk.
Alright, so let's start heading back this way. This is another aircraft fleet down here. You can bomb planes, yes, it's just not very effective. The AI planes will not automatically bomb other planes. Bunch of ammunition stuff over there. It's probably a fleet I killed earlier. Something's glitching out over here. This plane is glitching out. That's the first time I've seen that. Is it gonna reappear again? Yeah, it is. I don't know what it's doing, but it keeps disappearing and reappearing. There's another one over here doing the same thing. That's a bit bizarre. You can hit planes with things other than AA, yes. You can hit them with main cannons. It's not the best plan, but you can do it.
Enter engagement mode.
I'd recommend not trying, because it's a giant waste of ammunition, but if you need them dead, you can set up main cannons and shoot them.
Cancel engagement mode.
BB Nelson and the Royal Ark. The Ark Royal, whatever it's called.
Enter engagement mode. Cancel engagement mode.
I should set up these main cannons on an autocannon, or an auto-fire slot eventually, so I can fire torpedoes at the same time.
Battleship sunk.
And there's only one carrier in this group.
Right rudder. Enemy aircraft carrier sunk. Secondary objective complete.
Hooray! Victory!
Ship sunk. Stop
Please
engine.
blow up this dude.
Reverse engine.
Thank you.
Stop engine. Full speed ahead. Cancel engagement mode.
Joyous day, ow. Alright, so we need to head back to port like ASAP before they get there. All those names you remember from Navy Field. Are these names that were in Navy Field? Then again, they're names of boats, so, like historical boats. Imagine they'd be names somewhere. So they're over here somewhere. There they are. Hello! I see you in the distance, sir. They're shooting at something. Probably one of my planes, although all my planes are dead, apparently. At some point, oh yeah, a long time ago actually, what are they shooting at then? I guess me. Okay. It's hard to tell when they're that inaccurate. Let's be honest here.
Enemy ship sunk.
Why was the oh, those are a bunch. I was about to say, why is the destroyer the leader of that?
Engagement mode.
But they're all destroyers. That would explain. Have some haphazardly fired torpedoes. Hopefully those will hit somebody. Who knows?
Enemy
Some of
ship
them are
sunk.
hitting stuff. Hooray for inaccuracy. Still being working. Still
Enemy
being
ship
working.
sunk.
That's a word.
Rudder. Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship
I just
sunk.
accidentally blew up one of those destroyers. It's alright. Hello.
Enemy ship sunk.
There is no escape, my good sir. For I have rudders. That is a battleship. It's not a thing you want to turn around to, is freaking Fort Hood battleship over here. I believe that's what that's actually named after. Or just called Hood, but you know what I mean. It's their battleship.
Sunk.
Just like Nelson gets his own battleship, Hood gets his own as well. I should really just be firing torpedoes into this haphazardly.
Enter engagement mode.
There we go.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy battleship
I win!
sunk. Secondary objective complete.
Your fleet is no match. Can I get these funds before you kick me off the map? Probably not. Nope. Gosh darned it. Everything in this game is fast reloading. I just wanted these 3 boxes, but no, you had to boot me off. That's all there is. I've already missed the
Now,
whatever
let's
unique
leave the
item
area.
might exist on the map by that point. You really need to get most of those treasure drops from randomly placed cargo planes or whatever. Not randomly placed, they're placed on the opposite side of the map than you need to be. You need to get those at the start of the map, because they generally leave after like 10 minutes. This was a jolly good show. It's a jolly old man on our boat. That's a sweet looking vessel right there. It's intimidation at its finest. Has a single smokestack because we're efficient. We just got a really big smokestack. That's what smart people do. And we got 32,000 funds to spend on actually being able to build a carrier. Because I'm incompetent and forget to research 90% of what's required to build a boat. And then try to build a boat. Can't build a carrier if you can't launch aircraft. It's kind of a requirement of having a carrier. Would you like my really big smokestack? It has a very high output. Destroyer Ratatosk is sunk. Apparently I have to find a lost vessel. Whose idea was this bollocks? By the way, for those watching live, there's not going to be a live stream tomorrow. Presumably. Either tomorrow or Friday, I still don't know really. Because we need to rent a truck and get the rest of the crap from the house. Since we apparently have sold it. So we need to get the rest of the furniture out of that house. And this stuff Guitar Guy wants. Guitar Guy wants to get the freaking... We have some hanging plants. I don't know what they are specifically, but they're hanging plants that we have hanging off of one of our trees. Needs more Final Fantasy XIV streams. Indeed, I do need to get more stuff done. Because he got them as a gift from someone like decades ago. But the problem is they've been growing for decades, and they weigh like 300 or 400 a piece, and they're hanging, you know, 10 feet off the ground. It's not exactly the easiest thing to get. And they're in the backyard, so we have to get those, drag them all the way around. Somehow get them off. We haven't figured out how. I hung a plant from your plant, indeed. It's the only way those types of plants grow. They have to be hanging from something to grow. Well, I guess you could bury them actually, but that kind of nullifies the point that they can grow by hanging. It's very foggy. Development complete of about 1 billion different aircraft. There we go. R&D. I need freaking catapults. That's what flamethrowers are for. It's his plant. He wants to get his stupid plant. I don't really have a say in it, so. And we are getting a truck. It's not U-Haul as far as I'm aware, though. We don't need elevators, I don't think. Unless I have some helicopters. What do I have? Container. That's a support helicopter. Wouldn't be bad to start researching that. It's so expensive, I'm not going to fast forward it, so. And I don't want any fighters, I don't think. Those are just split, yeah. It'd probably be a more efficient use of my aircraft to have, like, one of these. In fact, let's go ahead and start researching that. Rather than fighter and, or an interceptor and a bomber. Should be a Weehaul. Should be. Someone needs to make a business called Weehaul, and it's like U-Haul. They even have the same truck, same paint design on it, except they just pick up your crap for you. There you go. I demand some form of royalty for that. Let's get better radar, better sonar, and I should also get firing delay. I should spend all of my money on firing delay, quite frankly. And then eventually electronic targeting. Let's do that. There you go. So basically all of our money now is going into systems. It was your idea. Nonsense. This was mine. They heard it. I said it. And Twitch has no logs. No one will ever know. You have a king in the basement, but that's all I'm getting in royalties. I'm sad. Why do you have a king in your basement? Not elevator, catapult. You dingleberry. And really you only need one of these, but I like to be weird and put 4 for whatever reason. There's absolutely no reason to, I just like to do that. End. No, wait. We have to name it. What do we name it? What do we name our fungus carrier? That is the question at hand here. Excuse me. Had a bit of a yawn there. I am Sleepy Joe after all. Lazy Lawrence. Or Frank. Lazy Lawrence would be a good reference. Oops. No. I don't understand the freaking delete system sometimes. Aircraft damage carry. I was gonna put Lazy Frank. But I actually like Spore Launcher. I quite like Spore Launcher actually. Your name's Lauren, but it's not Lawrence. It's close. I like Spore Launcher. You know what? Let's go with Spore Launcher since we've got this fungus theme. It's carrier. I like Spore Launcher. We'll do that. Well done to you, Askaroth. Where's the L? There it is. Overlord. If we were going with a different theme, that would be a good one. Maybe if I do New Game Plus on this. And it is different than the original, the first playthrough, so I'm tempted to do it. If I do New Game Plus, we'll change the name of the fleet and use different theme for the boats and stuff. So we've got Spore Launcher here. Our lovely jubbly aircraft. Splancher? It's not a splancher, you fools! Now this is a terrible vessel to do this with, but we're going to do it with this anyway. It's actually faster than our cruiser. Which is a bit silly, quite frankly. Whatever. So we have to search for a lost vessel. Because why not? It's what carriers are for. Now the problem here is I don't think half of our aircraft can even launch. Radar station, be careful not to miss anything.
All hands, alert! Airborne units, attack! Cannot launch due to bad weather. Full speed ahead.
Can none of them launch? I don't think any of them can launch. Alright, we have no aircraft.